Well guys, welcome back once again to the Hillside Farm, and this video is titled Things You Can Do in Early April for Your Garden. So April is just about that time a lot of places where you're going to start seeing leaves open up. You're going to start getting the first new growth of the season, depending where you're at least where I'm at. Early April is about the time the grass starts to really start growing again. The leaves on the trees are coming out. A lot of the trees are in bloom. So yeah, so that's kind of the signal. It's kind of showing you that hey, things are starting to grow, okay? But it's really too early to set out your tomatoes and peppers and things like that. So what is there you can do early April in your garden to get ready for a nice productive season? Okay, so first off, I've shown this before, but I have literally doubled how much fencing I have. Okay, so I do encourage you, if you have deer pressure, make sure you have your fences installed prior to even turning the ground or planting something, because I promise you, I don't know how they know, as soon as you plant something, they're going to find it the first minute and they're going to be gone. All your hard work will be over. So yeah, so always have some kind of deer fencing, some kind of deterrent, whatever is in your area. You need to find a way just to kind of prevent it. So moving over here to my garlic, which I've shown you before, early April is when the garlic is really starting to grow. It's about at the 4 to 6 inch mark right now. So this is the time of year you need to actually get a high nitrogen fertilizer to your garlic. So when they're about 6 inches tall, you're gonna add the nitrogen, like I said. So what have I done? I've added, you can kind of see on the surface right there, maybe a little bit, there's some larger pile right there, but yeah, this is all well-aged horse manure, a nice top dressing of the horse manure. And I did also add one bag, just a light dusting of a pure organic just blood meal. Okay, so blood meal is I think it's a 12-0-0 on the that's 12 nitrogen, 0 phosphorus and potassium for your fertilizer for your garden. But anyhow, it's a nice shot of nitrogen that the garlic is going to need, because a lot of people may consider nitrogen to be not good for a quote bulb or rooting crop. Let me show you this right here. This is just the blood meal. Okay, this is what I use there. But people may say, no, you don't want to put nitrogen because you get all tops and no bulb. And that may be true for a lot of root vegetables and all. However, garlic, when it swells, just like an onion, they're actually a leaf crop. So the bulb is actually just swollen base of the leaves. So early in the spring, you're going to hit it once with a nice high nitrogen shot. I prefer to use organic, that's me, but there are other chemical alternatives if that's how you so choose. But yeah, so like I said, early April, there's still plenty to do before you get out there and really get out there and start, plowing up your gardens and things like that. So like I said, you plant garlic in the fall, this comes up first thing in the spring, it's doing well. So one thing else I didn't show you, because, well, it's planting onions, but I grew all these from seeds, little onion seedlings here. They've all been planted. There's several different varieties, some grass growing. But anyhow, these onions are planted 1st of April. It still has about 2 to maybe 3 weeks worth of light frost, but I saw the forecast. We have nothing in store. We did, however, have a couple of record cold, like snap roll through, and it got to like 23 degrees. And these little onion seedlings are unaffected. I mean, they're not fully just blowing up or anything, but I did give them a shot of the blood meal as well. I'm going to wait till they get bigger, maybe to add some of the manure, because they're so small. I don't want to risk actually burying them or something like that. So let me show you something else over here that you can do early April in your garden. All right, so before me are some seed potatoes. I believe these are Dakota Pearl, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, it's Dakota something. Anyhow, these are a nice white potato variety, certified, seed stock. I do recommend you always get certified seed stock, as you don't want to always just regrow things you get from the grocery store, because they may be sprayed with growth inhibitors, they may harbor diseases, things like that. And I don't know the exact names, but some diseases that once they get into your soil for potatoes, you can pretty much check that off your list. You'll never grow potatoes there again, because it just lives in the soil. Yeah, so always use certified seed potatoes. But anyhow, I've cut these open. These been cut in half. They kind of calloused over a little bit. And when you plant these, I mean, you're going to plant the cut side down as so, and then bury them. You guys watch videos on how to plant potatoes. I have some videos on it as well, if that's what you want to watch. But anyways, so like I said, I still got 2 to 3 weeks before the frost is over, but you can still plant your potatoes now. Okay, you really don't want to wait until after your frost and the weather starts warming up, because you need the potatoes to really get established in the cooler, probably wetter areas like your spring weather typically is, prior to getting the hot temperatures. That's just not going to be conducive for good potato growth and then tuber formation. And let me show you what I'm going to do about that to help assist in the potato, keeping them cool, I guess is the best way to do it, and retaining that moisture during the summer heat. All right, so this giant pile of hay, you might say, very impressive, right? Why are you showing me hay? Okay, so anyhow, this is an old hay bale. It's been aged. It's been sitting out for, this will be its second year now. I know you're going to say it has full of weed seeds and all these kind of things, and I'm sure it does, but this is a second cut. This is fall harvested, so nothing had really gone to seed anyways. You can see there's some brown leaves mixed in that when they did the field. So I would say the second cut, hey, you're probably better off. You're probably not going to get a lot of seed development, hopefully. But anyhow, on top of that, this is sat out for 2 years. So anything that has germinated and died itself off, and I'm really not overly concerned with the weed pressure, because it's almost in the root stout type method. If you haven't heard about that, it's basically you're growing potatoes in old hay. So as I bury the potatoes now, initially, they're going to start growing. When they get about 4 inches tall out of the ground, I'm going to put a nice layer of about 4 inches of straw or this hay around top of mulch the potatoes in. It's going to keep the soil cooler, retain the moisture, and help the potatoes just actually grow. Okay, so as the potatoes get taller, you put more hay on there. As they get taller, you put more hay until about June time frame, at which time the potatoes pretty much have stopped growing so much as they start developing the tubers. At that point, you can really pretty much not have to add any more hay, but it makes it so easy when it comes to harvest time, because all you do is you just pull the hay back and your potatoes are typically right there. If not, they'll be just below soil level. So it really makes it easy on you for like the no-till, no-dig method, if that's what you want to get into. But yeah, so early April, it is too cold to plant your tomatoes, your peppers, your eggplants, watermelons, cantaloupes, all the stuff we love to grow in the summertime. But that doesn't mean you have to wait until it gets warm to start gardening. All right, so I'm always talking about on this channel is there's always something that can be done. There's always something new that you can be trying, some other kind of experiment in your garden to help you get ready for the season. So I'll just leave you with this shot here of the garlic and onions on this beautiful spring day. Tomorrow is Easter, so happy Easter to everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't mind giving it a like. That'd be much appreciated, and we'll see you next time here at the farm. All right, guys, bye-bye.